Welcome back, everybody. We're on FSD beta 11.3.6. This is 2023.12.10. Let's see how she does today. I will say that in the last maybe 8 or 10 drives, this new update has been doing amazing. One thing I will say is that stopping completely to zero when there's absolutely no traffic does seem kind of strange, because you'll see people just roll out of the stop signs all the time. Our first destination is the bank. Then we're going to put in a few more routes. We're going to do some city streets. We're going to hop on the highway. A little bit of a flinch slow down there. It's funny because sometimes it's worse. Sometimes it's not too present there. The slowdown. Did have a pedestrian crossing there, kind of jumped out, but FSD did great. Pretended like he wasn't there. It was completely out of our way. We do have a blinking yellow, and I've noticed in this update we're having a problem, so I'm not putting any throttle, and we are stopping at the yellow. I'm gonna give us some throttle, off the throttle, and yeah, it just wants to stop in the intersection for some reason. All right, back off the throttle. I had to pretty much hold the throttle all the way through that blinking left. I have been noticing that on almost all blinking lefts since this new update. All right, we got another blinking yellow. I feel like I'm gonna have to force it through this intersection again. I've noticed that when we have the protected green arrow, it has no problems. But definitely with the blinking arrow lately. And here we go. That car's not even pulling out into the intersection. He totally could have made that left. I tell you, human drivers are just as bad as FSD beta learning sometimes. All right, here we go. No throttle input yet. We're going super slow. I'm gonna put the throttle input. We got cars behind. All right, getting off the throttle. Tight turn. We got to jump over 2 lanes. That was pretty quick. I do like this path planning it's doing now. I do tend to see it jump across 2 lanes when it needs to turn. And it's pulling us right into the parking lot. Sort of a little slow. I'm gonna put some throttle. All right, now I'm gonna go and flip it around, put another destination in. Let's see how it does. All right, we flipped it around. We got our new destination in. We're in the parking lot, so let's see if beta can get us out of the parking lot. I definitely want to slow it down a little bit. Oh, it's going crazy. Let's see how she does. Speed limit's 25. I lowered it down to 15. Definitely a little bit squirrely. Stopping at no stop sign, creeping for visibility. We are clear so far, unless we wait too long. All right, now we're going. Now it's strange that it has this, the way it's doing this parking lot maneuver. I don't know why it would do this maneuver, but let's see what it does. So it did kind of like a U-turn here. Stopping again. My goal is to see how many no intervention drives we can get. Oh, now we're kind of cutting in this lane. Very strange. I wonder if this area just doesn't have map data or something. I do have it set on 15 because we don't want to be cruising through this parking lot too fast. All right, now we gotta go straight and then make a left. Okay, once we pull out, we do have to jump in the far left lane. What are we doing here? Creeping for visibility, yeah. Looks like we're clear. I feel like once we get the updated hardware 4 and the new cameras, this creeping for visibility lag is going to be a thing of the past. I really do. And if we get cameras in the headlights, forget it. It's all about being able to see quality and clear and quickly. Now we do have a pedestrian coming here. We do have a creep limit. He's kind of just standing there, letting us go. And I'm going to go ahead and give it some throttle. Let's go ahead and, I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. We got to get over the far left lane. Whoops. All right, so that's the first intervention. All right, we're back on it. All right, protected green arrow. Inching out very slow. No throttle inputs. Excuse me. I did want to say that the trajectory for the lane line was very nice into that first one, but it was a little bit slow, a little bit hesitant. You know, when it takes off after a stop sign or a four-way intersection or a light, and it has confidence, that is the most amazing feeling. Now, I do want to double check. We are on assertive. I don't have it on minimal lane changes today. I tend to always like assertive because it keeps us a little bit closer within the cars. I have noticed that if I put it on chill on the freeway, it does open up the gap a little bit too much. Assertive seems to be a good mix. And we're off. Looks like we may be able to catch that next green light. Then we're going to be hopping over to the merge lane and hop on the freeway, see how it does. Actually just went yellow. You know, some days you just catch all the lights. Some days you just breeze right through them. Oh, it kind of went and then jumped off the throttle. I hate it when it does those pauses. Now, in the electric vehicles, you can really feel it when you accelerate or decelerate. And when the beta does it, it is jerky. Kind of a little hesitant there, wants to get over slowly. I almost thought for a second it was going to jump back over, and that Bronco was like, don't jump over. All right, I did want to mention that I do have it set on 15% over the set speed. So it's at 46 right now. So if we kind of go into, where is that, autopilot, you can see that I have it set the offset to 15%. It did a quick little jump there. I'm not sure what was going on. And we're green. Got 2 lanes turning left, merging onto the freeway. Decent smooth maneuver, a little slower than normal. Now we're getting on some acceleration. This feels good because we do have traffic behind. I feel like when it notices traffic from behind, it definitely gets a little more aggressive. It is watching that rear camera, but I just don't know how much. That's the question. All right, we're 15% over, 75 and a 65, merging on the freeway. We got traffic right next to us. Line is opening up. Now, another thing I'd like to see is in certain maneuvers, I'd like to see it cut across the solid line instead of the dotted line, sometimes merging on the freeway. It did a good job at moving over. It was kind of cautious. It waited a little while. We got another arrow over to move into the faster lane. I don't know if I would do that. I would. Our exit's the next exit. I probably would have stayed there. Of course, I don't have it on minimal lane changes, so. But now we got to overtake this car. It's only doing about 2 miles an hour slower than us, and our exit's about half a mile, or 0.7. Let's go ahead and speed it up. Try to overtake this car, or else we're gonna possibly miss the exit. Now, when I'm using FSD beta, I do like to do my own inputs sometimes with the speed. Now, we got to get over any second. Here we go. We are slowing down. I don't know if I'd like that slow down to merge, especially when that traffic was going pretty fast. And we slowed down far, up to 65. It was still set at 75. All right, we got to exit here. All right, it's not taking the exit. Didn't take exit off freeway. All right, back on the beta, down this downhill, we got a red light. And we're crossing over. Again, that was not a good planning move. So now we're kind of sitting over, you really can't tell here, but we're sitting over the lines. Nice smooth trajectory through that turn. Sometimes it feels so natural. It's wild because the other day in more city environment, it was doing amazing. I've been having a lot of zero takeovers, that's for sure. Now, they're not perfect zero takeovers. All right, so we're in a right turning lane. We're speeding up. We don't want to do that. I'm going to have to hit the brakes here. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and flip it around, put in one more destination. We'll see you in just a second. Now, we're going to be coming through this feeder for the freeway here. Now, I believe we got to be in the right lane, and now we are squirreling over. Nice wide turn, very unnatural. Slow it down. I'm going to go ahead and give it some throttle. I kind of wanted to stop here. We don't want to stop. We need to keep going. We got traffic behind. Off the throttle. It's so funny. The other day when I was driving it was just doing amazing on its own. Like, I thought it was so human-like, and now today it's doing a lot of the same, you know, like one step forward, two steps back. It's kind of strange. All right, let's go ahead and speed it up. And it didn't even pick up the freeway speed limit here. We are just going on and then off again, off the freeway. Doing 71 instead of max 75. See, just that move when it exited the freeway, a little bit too unnatural. I've seen on this build before, it kind of just creeps nice and smooth over like someone normally would do. Blinker on forever, then it turns it off right when we're about to turn, and back on and off. All right, no throttle inputs, no steering inputs. I did see this gray area right here. It must think there's something in the road. We're clear on the left. Merge down into the inside lane. We do have to get over to the middle lane, or else we'll be forced to take a right. Let beta do its thing. You can already see the arrow pointing to the right, and we are maneuvering over at the last second. Got a big wide lane here, so it is doing pretty good at staying to the center line here, even though there's no lane markings in the street, but it is populating them. That's a big improvement over the past. Whenever there was open wide lanes, it would just go right into the middle and start going around like that. Now it does pretty good at planning, or at least staying in the right lane. Ooh, that was a tight, we pulled up tight on this Corolla. Inching out. You know, if no one was ever around, the whole inching out and going slow would never be a problem. I mean, I don't mind going slow, it's just when you have other traffic. Speed it up. Now on this route, we're going to be going through the city streets a little bit. We're going to be merging onto the freeway and exiting the freeway and then back into some city streets. 9.1 miles on the route, 15 minutes. Hang on for the ride. Just to double check, we're still on update 11.3.6. This is actually the new version V11.1. And just the other day, actually, you know what I think it was? They did a big navigation update for the for the navigation. And after that, it started making some new errors. I feel like before the update, when I took it on the first few drives, it was just almost flawless. It was just so human-like. But then after the navigation update, it definitely had something to do with it, like kind of, I've been having more disengagements, let's just say that. Oh, we kind of stopped and went, got a biker on our right, and then we stopped fully for the biker. No throttle inputs. What are we gonna do? And we're kind of creeping up behind him, kind of like, all right. So we kind of split the lane there for a minute. Not bad. Very hesitant though. So let me know if you're on this update and once you updated your nav data, if FSD beta started acting a little bit weird. Because I swear, like my first 8 or 9 drives before the nav got updated, it was doing amazing, like almost human-like. I really couldn't believe it. But after today and some of the last couple days, it's been more hesitant. Like before the nav data, I had no phantom braking. After the nav data, I had a few phantom brakes on the freeway. Better pull in tight. Ooh, that was close. Swung close to that edge. Coming up, we do have a left lane merge. We're going to be coming to the stop sign. Ooh, a little hesitant there. I wonder if it saw that truck, got scared maybe. Just for a quick second though. Alright, so a lot of times I'll see it jump into the middle way too early. A couple 100 yards now. We got to get over to the left. I'm going to put on the blinker because I don't like pulling in right at the end. I don't know. Oh, what is it doing now? Ideally, it's got a lot of work to do, but I think it's that nav data, I'm telling you, because on those first few drives, it would even pull off stunts like that. Super smooth. All right, let's see if we can get on the freeway. Creeping up to the light here. Pretty natural on that maneuver. All green light, don't stop. Not bad. Now I'm gonna try not to intervene whenever we got cars coming onto the merge lane on the freeway. So let's see if FSD can actually maneuver out of the way or what it does. Go ahead and speed it up to 75. Got lots of traffic here. Merging into the left lane. Got some cars coming in on the freeway here. So just like that truck maneuvered over to the left, that in the future I want to see FSD being a little bit more proactive to this type of oncoming traffic. So that's something like I would do. I would see traffic, I would move over well in advance, although we didn't catch any more coming up. Again and coming back through the Hoover Dam, and we drove about 250 miles and almost all of it on FSD beta. Did pretty good. Minus a few more new phantom brakes on the freeway, which wasn't there before the nav data. Now we are speeding up. Got traffic slowing us down here. What are we going to do? I do have it on minimal lane changes, so will we stay behind the truck? It should. And that's what I would like it to do. When I do minimal lane changes, I don't even want him deviating at all. Just lock into that lane and cruise. And I feel like it's been doing better and better. Now we do have our exit coming up. You can see it here. Doing 37. Flying by, we got a little construction up, and we are going to be taking a right here on this one. So now we get over. I think I would have probably moved over about 30 seconds earlier. Got some shoulder work. Okay, didn't hesitate too much for that. Have I told you that I love FSD beta? It's so... Sometimes I'm just cruising around and it's too easy. It just... I mean, there's times where you gotta take over, right? And maneuver, but for the most part, it's just like... It feels safe. A little bit slow coming up here. I know we're at a kind of a steep angle, and we keep slowing down. It feels like we're just dragging on forever. Will we ever make it to the light? To the curve? I know we do have a right turn. We do have to yield for oncoming traffic too. And we don't have any. We just had that one car, and we're clear. We do have a truck here on the right. All right, everybody, that's going to wrap it up for another FSD beta video. We're on 11.3.6. This is the 2022 Tesla Model Y Performance, sitting on the 18-inch wheels. And let me just check the size again. 245, 50, 18s. They are amazing. I've already taken it on a couple road trips. So smooth. These are definitely softer than the 19s, 20s, or 21s. Absolutely. Thank you for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.